So what's up with you? What's your name?
Anand, can I see your ID or something?
No, I mean, you can call the police, or I can call the police. Can I see your ID?
Yeah.
It's easy to focus on the issues between blacks and Hispanics. Don't get me wrong, it's there. But there's another issue, and it typically occurs between blacks and South Asians. These South Asians can be Pakistanians or they can be Indians. And while it may not be as much in the United States, it's definitely here in the continent of Africa. And almost everywhere that I have seen Africans or even Black Americans live, and they live next to or work with or by Indians, it's not uncommon to hear a similar or actually identical complaints about racism coming from Indians. And it's so bad that Indians are admitting this themselves.
Indian people are extremely racist, especially towards Black people. And if you take a Black person who has been around Indian people for any period of time, Black people pick up on this. It's something that is, this is not a secret.
So this lady who grew up in South Africa and I believe now lives in the United States admits that, hey, listen, you guys are upset that I'm telling the truth, but Indian racism against blacks is real, and Black people feel it and they know about it. It's not just a game. But she goes further.
They were treated as subhuman. They were not considered to be human beings with feelings. They drank out of different cups. So Indian people would not share their table with the servants who were an integral part of their household. They took care of their children. They drove them everywhere. They cooked for them. But they had to eat off of separate dishes. They could not sit on the furniture. They, say, for example, when we left our home and we traveled, so we lived in Pietermaritzburg, we traveled to Durban on the weekends, holidays, whatever. Our maid would come with us. She was not allowed to sleep on or sit on our furniture or sleep on our furniture, so she had to sleep on the floor.
Now, in this instance, she's talking about when she was young. She lived in South Africa and her parents had Black maids, and they were not even allowed to sleep on the couch. When they traveled with them, they'd have to sleep on the ground. And when I heard this, my heart just dropped, because I live next to Indians who till this day do the same exact thing. There are times where the maid cannot get in the house. They will not let the maid stay in the house. She will be sleeping on the ground, laying out there on the ground. One day I went out there. I asked the lady if she needed anything to eat, anything to help. She needed any help. She's like, no, I'm okay. She waited for them to come. This is the actual God's honest truth. This is how many Indians treat blacks in Africa. She's not lying when she talks about this. I've seen it, but this isn't the only complaint.
Why in Indian people, I want to know, and don't try to discredit my experience, because I've been here for 3 years. And when I tell you these don't speak, they don't speak. Why do y'all act like that towards Black people? Why? Your skin is as brown as my skin. Why do you act like that? When I go to the playground, they leave the playground. I shit you not. I shit you not. It's happened to me on multiple occasions. Why do y'all act like that?
Now, this beautiful sister is saying, listen, she tries to speak to Indians. They refuse to talk to her. They will even be rude, and like if she's trying to like get in her car, they will block her on purpose without moving. But she says even when she's in the same apartment complex, when she goes to the a playground with her kids, they will purposely leave, and this upsets her, or this hurts her. She doesn't understand why Indians are like that with Black people. And this is not every Indian, I understand, but this is enough to go around. But what happened the other day was very, very interesting, because you had a Black brother that was living, that was in the neighborhood, and you'd be surprised who confronted him.
So what's up with you? What's your name?
Anand, can I see your ID or something?
No, I mean, you can call the police, or I can call the police. Can I see your ID?
Yeah.
Let me see your ID.
Yeah. Take out your ID and I'll take out my ID.
Let me take out your ID and I'm gonna take out my ID.
Okay, let's, can you get my phone? No, let's call the police. Give me your phone. Let's call the police.
I'm in my own neighborhood where I live at, working in my neighborhood by my house, and I have this man asking me, do I live here?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Dude.
I'm going to start. I'm going to start a civil lawsuit right now. That's what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely. You got to do it, man. But I want
What's
to
your
know-
name, man? Because I'm walking the neighborhood where I live at, and I'm getting harassed.
No, wait. He's unnecessarily playing us.
But வீட்டுக்கு போய் காப்பை கூப்பிட்டுக்கலாம்.
Yes. Bring my phone. I don't have my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me and get the
I
phone.
will. Get my phone. Because this guy will escape otherwise. Get my phone. Get my phone.
Come with me.
Yes. Get my phone now. Please.
You see this man
Yeah,
right
let's
here?
call the cops.
I'm gonna keep him a distance back. He's steady walking up on me like this. Y'all see this?
Yep. I know that this is not your house.
This not my house, but I live in this neighborhood. You don't got it. Listen, I don't
No,
have to.
you don't live in this neighborhood.
You don't know where I live at, sir. You can't not tell me where I live at, and I'm not gonna pull out my ID and show you where I live at. I know you
But
live
this
right
is-
here,
this is a
and I live,
neighborhood that
and
you
I live in
cannot-
this
no
neighborhood. You
trespassing
have a
is
blessed day, sir.
No, you.
You have a
Wait,
blessed
you
day,
wait
sir.
here. I'm calling the cops.
You have a blessed day,
You
sir.
wait here, boy.
You have a blessed day,
You
sir.
wait here. I'm
You have a
calling
blessed
the
day.
cop. You wait here. I'm calling the cop. Wait here. If you live in this neighborhood, wait.
Yo.
If you live in this
Bro, don't
neighborhood,
touch
wait.
me, bro. Don't touch. Yo, who the is you talking to like that? Don't raise your voice at me like that, boy.
Wait here.
I'm a grown man. What is you doing?
This is a protected neighborhood and you're not supposed to be in here.
Yo, what's your name, yo? He's steady walking up on me, yo. He's steady walking up on me.
Get my phone. I'm calling the cop.
Yeah, I'm calling the cops right now.
Please do. Now.
Don't walk up on me no more, bro.
Don't. Please do.
Yo. Don't walk up on me no more.
Yeah.
Well, your ass going to jail, boss.
Oh, yeah. I want to see who goes to jail tonight.
Bro, don't keep walking up behind me.
So there you have this Indian man confronting this black man on camera. And as you can see, his wife seems to be very concerned, and she's trying to convince him to, hey, listen, come in here and get your phone. Basically trying to tell him, look, you need to leave this guy alone. Like, why don't we go in the house? But this man is continuing to push the issue with this black guy. And, you know, he's saying that, hey, you don't live here and all of this. And so I decided that we would go and look into the comments, and you see what he's about to say. This guy, Uncle Argos, says, as soon as they stop committing most of the murders, assaults, and thefts, we can treat them respectfully.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
Clara goes, thinks it's clear that his wife did not want to get him his phone. This person, Indians are more racist than white people. I can definitely tell you that. They don't really think anyone is better than them, especially the ones in the upper caste. Joe says, but did he live in the neighborhood? Like for real? Or was he just walking down the street smoking a blunt and the guy challenged him? You assume because he is black, that doesn't make it a fact. Somebody I don't know walking around my house, I'm asking questions too. Not as ID, because that's just stupid. Why would anyone show a random citizen their ID when asked, LOL? Now, it is interesting that this guy was asking him for his ID as if he was the police. But anyways, I'm going to weigh in on that. Greg says, the minute he impedes my path, he would have been dropped. Susie says, same. Rebecca goes, I don't get this. Even if the black guy is not from the neighborhood, is there any issue with anyone walking on public sidewalk in the United States? What was the aim of the Indian dude? Susie, he thinks the black guy is there casing his place. Now, let me just say this. It's very possible that this Indian guy feels that the black person is there doing something wrong. But again, if you feel like somebody is doing something wrong, then what should you do? You should call the police. You should say, hey, listen, there's a person that I think looks suspicious. You know, maybe you should look into this and come and check this person out. But he isn't doing that. He wants to confront this guy himself. Now, again, if the young man attacks him, he doesn't seem like he's a man that will be able to fight this guy off, then you will say that the guy is being violent. But here's another big thing. For a lot of black Americans who get hostile treatment from other outside groups like Indians or Hispanics, for many blacks, it's a slap in the face that somebody who seems to be a first generation Indian is telling you what's your ID. Because let me ask you, if you as a black person or I lived in India, would they accept that?
Hell no. To the no.
No, they wouldn't accept that. Okay. And we all know that, and we all know that this is true. And then again, when you have a pejorative attitude towards a group, especially when a group's civil rights helped you come to America, and then you turn around and then you act like this, it's insane. Let me just tell you, I live in Uganda, all right? And, I know that I'm a foreigner here. Even if I were to get citizenship, I'm not of this country. So there are certain things that I'm not at liberty to go up and confront people about, especially if that person is not bothering me, all right? I see things going around here all the time that's extremely weird, that's extremely questionable, but it's not my job to go up and confront people if I think that they're stealing or if I think that they're doing something wrong. I need to stay in my place, all right? Because if I'm here and I'm doing well, it's somebody else's work and efforts that have built the country up to a certain level that, you know what, I should be appreciative. But this is not the attitude that I see that some people have from other countries. And like I said, in particular, Indians. They get these complaints, not all of them, but it happens in Kenya. It happens in Uganda. That was one of the reasons why Indians, according to Idi Amin, were expelled in the 70s for having this particular attitude. You hear Southern Africans complaining about Indians, and they're to themselves, and they don't want to really integrate within the society. And then when they do, they want to mistreat people. So again, it doesn't make somebody, if you're an American citizen, fight for immigrants. Okay. And I'm not trying to say that every Indian person is like this, but once you see this, you think to yourself, would they fight for somebody like myself to be in their country, to have their opportunities? Would they fight for that? I can honestly tell you that no, they're not going to fight for you to do that. And then again, it contributes to what people think about all immigrants. Like, you're a Black American citizen and you start to see these other groups have this attitude towards you, where in their own country, they're not developing in their own country. Like, I live in a country that's considered third world. All right. I know how hard it is to do business here, how hard it is to train a team here, how hard it is to work within the system here. All right. And then you come to America where things are laid out. It's a lot easier for you to get on, and you're in America talking down to somebody, and you don't want to go back to where you're from because you know that there is no opportunities there. You know that there's gatekeeping like crazy there. You know that you would not live that life there, and you cannot waste your time even trying to fix what's going on in your country. And many immigrants are like that. They will talk about how proud they are of their country. They will talk about how lazy you are. Ask them to go back to where they are from. They will not do that. And I'm a person that's living outside of my own comfort zone. I live here. You see what I'm saying? It's not the opposite way around. I would be doing probably a lot better in the States, but I live in a country that is extremely hard to do things in. Extremely prejudiced in the private sector, not towards somebody because they're Black, but because of gatekeeping. But I still don't have the attitude that this person has. You see what I'm saying? And so when you're like this person, people are just tired. And so what happens? Call ICE, get rid of all of them, send them back. And I'm gonna tell you what happens also. Nobody differentiates between, the good Indians, the bad Indians, or good Hispanics or bad Hispanics. People just say, look, we've had this experience. They're all mean to me. They're all rude. Get rid of all of them. We don't even want to help them. We don't even want to be an ally for their cause. And you got to really watch how you treat people in this life. It is so important. Like, when people come across your group, they need to understand that you are representing your core group. And this guy is representing even Indians that are not from his particular part, because India is huge. You have Indians from all the different regions, but people don't know that. So when you have a negative experience like this, you give a lot of Indians a bad name, even if they're not like it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shooter Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.